Krishna Temple in Udupi is located in the coastal region of Karnataka. Timmamma had her food stall in front of Krishna Temple. Devotees visited the temple throughout the day. Most of them fasted till they got a glimpse of their Lord. And for such devotees, Timmamma had sattvic vegetarian dishes. Her stall started at 6 a.m. in the morning, serving the famous Mangalore bun with coffee. Idli with variety of chutneys was served from 8 a.m. to 10. Lunch had different type of rice accompanied by Udupi sambar and rasam. Kosmir, a dish made of soaked moong dal, cut vegetables like cucumber and carrot, spiced with green chilies, garnished with coconut and coriander, was the most traditional dish passed on to Timmamma from her grandmother. The stall closed by 3 p.m. as the empty vessels made its way back home. Variety of dosa took in charge of filling the hungry tummies of dosa lovers at dinner between 8 and 10 p.m. Timmamma's service with smile, generously serving extra chutneys and sambar, kept the flow of people growing. All she wanted was to build a small home for her family. While her husband and children helped her in preparing dishes at home, she worked 7 days a week with passion. Her house had her grandmother's photo, who had taught her to cook and serve with affection, and being grateful for what she had. She continued to live in the same rental space. Her stall was a stone's throw away, and that made it easy for her to carry things from home. She rested her legs that stood for long hours by sipping a cup of tea sitting on a rock next to her stall. As usual, early morning, as she served Mangalore bun and coffee, catering to all orders, she ordered a cup of tea from the next stall. With a cup of tea in her hand, she walked towards the rock. What she saw angered her. How dare he take my seat, she thought. A beggar whose face was covered with hair that hid how he looked, wearing clothes torn and carrying a cloth bag that hung on his shoulder. It looked like he had not bathed for ages. Sat there looking down silently. Could be a madman, why risk it, she thought, and walked back to her stall. She wondered why he sat on her favorite rock. As she served the last few orders, her eyes caught this man. She remembered her grandmother's words of asking her to feed the poor. Slowly walking towards him, she placed a cup of coffee and 2 buns next to him. He had no expression but started eating once she left. She continued serving lunch and dinner with no response of gratitude from him. He looked happy and left at night when she closed her stall. She shared her day's experience with her family. She had expected him to thank her. Maybe he was dumb, she thought, or mad, said a part of her. Next day, she saw him seated even before she opened her stall. Deciding to serve him first, she placed the coffee and buns in front of him. Her stall had only plates made of banana leaves and the coffee cups that were disposable. It made it hygienic. He disposed the cup and plate in a bin placed nearby. He then searched his bag and, pulling out a flute, started playing it. It was 8 a.m. He continued till 9 a.m. The music attracted more people. When she shared breakfast, lunch and dinner with him, he played the flute thrice a day, from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m., 1 p.m. to 2 p.m., 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. As his flute played, people enjoyed their food. She had to add another stall, which her husband managed. In a week's time, their income had doubled. This man had not spoken a single word. On the 8th day, Timmamma had bought a new pair of pant and shirt for him. She placed it near the rock, waiting patiently for him to come. Her waiting remained in vain for days passed by. Nobody knew where he disappeared. Her children told her a beggar had come to their house and left a tape for her. She opened the tape and found a recorded flute played by him. She continued to play it in her stall. She missed his presence. She started feeding one person a day. It felt good to share food. She felt grateful to him for giving her more business. She spoke to her grandmother with tears as she had judged him. She apologized for getting angry, and a smile spread on her face when she thought of the food he used to eat as soon as she served him. As usual that morning, praying to have a good day after lighting a lamp, she left home, only to come back calling out loudly to her husband. Her stalls were missing. She was shocked. This had never happened. As she expressed this to her husband, he held her hand, showing her a guest who wanted to be served by her. It was her favorite Kannada movie star. He had visited her stall as a beggar. He was sinking into the character of the role. He thanked Timmamma for serving him. He had used the tape to play the flute. Getting into the skin of the character he was playing in the movie, he had acted sitting on the rock. Timmamma, her stall, was now a part of that movie. He asked her permission for the same. Timmamma could not express her happiness as she served her favorite star bun and coffee. He clicked pics with her and family. She received the house where she lived as a gift. The land next to her house now had a new structure called Timmamma Tiffin. The board had a picture of her and her favorite star. A bigger photograph of her grandmother with a lamp lit took a special place near the entrance.